Hi, Mom. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Anne. I'm a kindergarten public school teacher here in Baguio City.
Okay, Mom. So, let's start the interview.
Sure.
Question number one. How do you give grade to your student?
Well, I gave grades to my students by using different grading scales like other teachers do. And it depends on different activities they're doing. Well, I give grades to them based on accuracy and also with fairness.
Okay, Mom. Thank you. And for the next question, before pandemic, what components do you consider in grading, and how about in this pandemic?
Okay, before pandemic, I do consider grading the performance of the learner, what I see. And I do base it on her achievements, their growth, and their behavior. But since we are in the pandemic situation, I now consider the effort in answering their modules, and you can see it in their paperworks. And aside from the participation and their objectives, we consider the the paperworks and the effort they needed to attain this.
Okay, thank you. Um, Number three question. Before the pandemic, what depth ed order do you follow in grading, and how about in this pandemic?
Okay, back then, we have this DepEd Order number 8 in 2015, known as the Policy Guidelines on Classroom Assessment for K-12 Basic Education Program. The K-12 Basic Education Program uses these standards and competency. And these are the basis for the grading system. And it is usually found in curriculum guidelines. Well, this pandemic, DepEd releases another order, which is number 31, of course, series of 2020, and it is known as the Interim Guidelines for Assessment and Grading in Light of the Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan. Basically, that provides the guideline in assessment of students' learning and grading schemes for the year of 2020 to 2021.
Okay, Mom. Is it important to discuss the grading system to the students and their parents at the beginning of the school year or semester? And why?
Yeah, I do believe, yes, of course, it is really important to discuss such on both students and on parents. It is for them to fully understand and be aware on how their achievements and the works of both the students and the parents in their actions on how they will be graded.
And how do you report students grade? Oh, how do you report the students' grade to their parents or guardians?
Okay, I do it in two ways. Personally, first, I'll talk to them, a one-on-one sessions, and then I also call a parent-teachers meeting for them to for me to explain to them about their child's performance and grade. So it's a case-to-case basis.
And lastly, this is the last question, Ma'am. How do you handle parents with complaints on the grade received by their children?
Yeah,